Alright guys, so we got insane levels of news last night during the JP World Tournament. Okay, so, I mean, I didn't really think that this next celebration was going to be like some monster all-time level celebration or anything like that. Because if we're looking at a direct comparison to what this celebration, this upcoming celebration is going to be with the Piccolo Dokkan Fest, it more or less should equate to the, Android 17 and Android 21, Dokkan Fest / like Fighters collab, back in that last day of July, first couple days of August last year. But like this celebration, like I'm going to split this up into two videos because it's going to take a lot of time to talk about these EZA units. But we got info last night on all the EZA units, the Piccolo Dokkan Fest that's coming, the LR Prime battle for First Form Cell, and then also a new Cell Saga story event. All of that info was like kind of teased last night. And it is interesting how like all of a sudden like Dokkan has started pumping out these story events, dude. Like we're going very, very fast in these now. Like, we got the Frieza Saga one not too long ago. Then already we got, the Android Saga one. Like, we're just moving very, very quickly with these story events. It makes me wonder if, it's back in the pipeline. Like, maybe Dokkan knows, like, oh, okay, Super is coming back. So we're going to have to make way to start doing stuff for that. So let's get a lot of this Z stuff out of the way. I don't know if that's the case, but, again, the Android Saga event is up right now. And already we're going to have, the first Cell Saga story event. So, all right. Now, the first thing we got to talk about is all of these EZAs. Because as of right now, this is going to be the biggest deal for most players, the vast majority of players. I imagine these EZAs will be more of an impact than presumably even the LR Prime Battle Cell. Because these units are ridiculous. They did not hold back in the slightest. They're all good. They're all super, super good. I was stunned when I was reading their info doing the World Tournament last night. That's why I'm so late to this, by the way. I was up when all the info dropped, but I was in a very, very close, tight battle to get top 30. I believe I did, in the end, manage to, come out on top and came in spot 30, but it was very close until the last couple seconds. So that's why I'm so late on this video, right? But these EZAs, dude, they're nutso. They're nutso. Now, Japanese DBZ space is kind of moving pretty slow these days in terms of how fast it updates, right? Like, if we go there, it doesn't even have the World Tournament info up there yet. So, we're... Not often are we going to be pulling info from JP DBZ space anymore. It's unfortunate. But, the Dokkan subreddit is, of course, a nice little compilation of info we have here. And then the homie Goresh did come through with all of the translated goodness. So, TEQ Android 13, right? This, of course, is a unit that is super easy to rainbow now. Used to be the hardest unit in the game to rainbow. I mean, unless you want to compare him to like a summonable LR or something like that. The grind for this guy was insane. Way worse than any Prime Battle LR, anything like that. By far the worst grind in the game. But they just completely destroyed that. Like now, you get like 5 to 7 drops of those medals per stage. And you could just buy 13 from the shop. Like, it's super, super easy now. And I believe the medal drop rate is guaranteed as well. So, alright, so TEQ 13... leader skill is now TEQ, STR, and physical key 3, 60% of stats. I mean, that's mainly pointless. Super attack, supreme, and greatly lowers defense. Again, that's not really too big of a deal. His passive is now going to be key 4 and 80% attack and defense when key is 8 or more. And then he gets 30% attack and defense if there are 3 or more Android category allies on your team. Let me actually pull up some of these units. I want to see Android 13. I want to look at what teams he's on. I know he's on, Artificial Life Forms, Movie Bosses, and Androids. Is that it for our boy Android 13? Yes. Okay, so on Movie Bosses, I don't think you're very likely to have all those Android characters, but on the Android and Artificial Life Form, that'll be super easy. In particular on Artificial Life Form and Android, like, they're going to have so many Cell units, right? So that is not going to be very difficult to get at all. The only issue with TEQ 13 I'm seeing is that he's going to get his defense on super attack, essentially. That's what it means when it's, key or 8 is 8 or more right there. So, he'll only have, presumably if you have the 3 Android category allies, well, he himself counts as 1, so you only need 2 more, right? But, he'll only have the 30% defense at the start of turn. He's going to be good, though. Like, he's probably going to be hitting well over a 2 million attack stat, I would imagine. Like, we talk about their upgraded stats. Well, he's at 11,000 attack, so he's probably not going to jump up too high. For a free-to-play unit, he's going to be very good. He's definitely one of the best free-to-play units in the game. I think that's without question. He was already good. Now he's really, really good. All right, now this one, this is what surprised me, because when I looked at this, I was like, wait a minute, is the INT Android 13 actually better? I think he is. I did not, that didn't even occur to me that was a possibility, but yeah, I think the INT one is actually going to be a little bit better here. So his leader skill looks like it stays the same. Oh, gets added defense minus 43% as well. I know people have memed around and won like Super Battle Road with that. Maybe I'll try a video like that sometime. He does Supreme, massively lowers defense. That's good. So now he changes TEQ key spheres to Rainbow. He gets +2 key for Rainbow key spheres. He gets 50% attack and defense, and then 13% attack and defense for every Android category ally on your team. So this dude is going to be he's going to be nutso on the Android category team. He's going to be a beast. I mean, the only thing I guess I would say is that, like, one thing that'll make him even further helpful for teams is that he's creating Rainbow Key Spheres, right? But the Android team does not struggle for key at all, because the leader is the Android 17, who's giving 3 key to all allies anyway. Like, I don't know. It's just, regardless, he's going to be strong for the team. For the artificial life form, I mean, you still could make it work for sure. And I guess key probably is going to be a bit more of an issue over there. But you could easily have, LR Cell, then Android 13. Already you're at 26% down here. And that'll get him up to a reasonable number. What are his stats looking like? He has very low stats for a summonable TUR. Jeez. Those are like free-to-play stats, damn near. So he's not going to be hitting... He's not going to be quite as good as I was thinking, but he's going to be solid for sure. He's a good unit. Then we get INT Metal Cooler. Now... INT Metal Cooler is, he's interesting, right? So, all types 3 key, 70% of stats is good. He does supreme damage and massively lowers defense, nothing crazy there. So, his passive, he gives himself 50% attack and defense. Then he gives all allies 30% attack, and then extreme class allies get 3 key and 40% defense. He's crazy. He's so crazy, in fact, that, like, on a majority of teams, I would actually run this guy over the Dokkan Fest AGL Metal Cooler. Like, it's not... AGL Metal Cooler is, like, as good as he could be, but, like, this is just insane. Like, these types of units are the best. That, like, are very strong by themselves, but then they also give, like, a crazy, like, power-up to all allies. Like, dude, like, 30% attack, 40% defense, and 3 key... That's a lot. And then he himself has 50% attack and defense. Like, INT Metal Cooler, you could definitely make the case that he's the best of the batch. He's very, very strong. I mean, we look at SCR Skinny Buu here. I was blown away because I just did no item Majin Buu arc, and this guy's going to make a joke out of it. So, his leader skill is TEQ in SCR Key 3, 80% of stats. No big deal, really. His super attack does supreme and raises attack for 6 turns. Pretty good. His passive, look at the jump. Like, from plus 18,000 attack to attack and defense 90%. Then he lowers all enemies' attack and defense by 20%. And then if there's a Buu Saga category enemy, he performs a guaranteed additional super, and he gets a high chance to evade enemy attacks. This guy's like the MVP of the Majin Buu arc Super Battle. This guy, he'll destroy it by himself. Like, he's got good defense. He'll probably take 20 to 30k, I'm sure, from just normal attacks. Let's take a quick look at what he looks like. I want to see his stats. It's hard to point out exactly what the stats buffs amount to, but someone pointed out the reason EZA Broly's stat increases were so bad from his EZA was because at level 1, like, that physical Broly has, like, the best stats in the game. So obviously it pertains to the level up they get in stats, right? So if a unit like Buu has normal stat up gains, they're going to get a nice buff. Yeah, this Buu is going to have probably 16,000 attack. Like, he is going to be interesting, and his defense is going to be a really good number. Like, you know, in the Buu Super Battle Road stage, he is going to be dominant. He's going to be lowering enemy attack by 20%. He has 90% defense. He has a 50% chance to dodge. He's going to double super. Like, it's just insanity what this Buu is going to be capable of doing over there. You pair him up with, I mean, you could do Buuhan, Physical Kid Buu. They would be so crazy. Him and Physical Kid Buu as a rotation, this guy would, like, damn near solo the stage. Like, I don't have a problem when they do this right here anymore, because there's at least a place where this Buu is like a god tier level character. The Majin Buu Arc Super Battle Road stage. Like, if there's a Buu enemy around, this Majin Buu is disgusting. He is insane. He does so freaking much. So I like that. I like that a lot. Then we get Nova Shenron. Now, I really, really like this, because I have not even attempted Shadow Dragon no items yet, but it's going to be, I think, a lot easier with this guy. So, his leader skill, Tech Type Key 3 and 100% of stats. I actually like that. That's a little bit more helpful for Dokkan Battlefield. His super attack does Supreme and raises attack for 6 turns. Not bad. His passive skill is now 3 key and 90% attack and defense. Don't sleep on that. That 3 key, dude, is actually going to be quite useful. Because especially, I don't know what my rotations are going to be when I take the stage down, but I imagine Nova Shenron is not going to be a character that's going to be on rotation. So, you know, he's probably going to be floating. And, you know, look, he does have shocking speed. That, well, the LR Super Saiyan 4s don't have shocking speed. So, yeah, he's going to be helped out a lot by that extra 3 key. That is definitely a big deal. But then he now has 90% attack and defense. Let me take a look at his stats. Yeah, again, he's going to be at, like, similar stats to what Buu's got. He's going to be around 16,000 attack. You know, what, like 11,500 defense, something like that. He's going to be good. He'll be real solid there with the 90% attack and defense. And then he also gives Shadow Dragon Saga Category Allies 30% attack and defense. So if we're talking a rotation with this guy and both LR Super Saiyan 4s, that's just going to be, that's a nightmare. Like, this dude, that is huge. He's going to be so helpful. Like, before, this guy wasn't really going to be a consideration for Super Battle Road, because 3 key and 90% attack when facing one enemy. Well, all those fights have more than one enemy. Now, he's pretty good. So, I mean, needless to say, these EZAs are turning subpar units into very strong units. This Nova Shenron is now, quite honestly, probably one of the first units you want to go to on the Shadow Dragon team. You'd go Omega as the leader, the LR Super Saiyan 4s, and then at that point, like, it's almost like Nova before you even put down Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, you know, the extra support is going to be huge. The only thing is, like, so many of those good units are tech, though. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Nova Shenron, all tech. So that could potentially be an issue, but I think there is a lot of EGL enemies in that stage. But I'm not really too worried. As soon as this guy comes out, that stage is going to be easy to no item. Yeah, this Goku. I don't know what they were thinking with this. So here's the thing. A lot of these units actually, you know, you could say like, oh, this guy's the best. This guy's the best. This Goku, by the way, so if you guys remember, I've been talking for a while now about how there's not like a god tier Super Saiyan Goku, right? We got a bunch of useful ones in here. Transforming Goku is good. The Family Kamehameha Goku is good. So his leader skill, all types 3 key, 70% of stats, not bad. Supreme damage with a great chance to stun, so we're talking probably 70%. That's kind of a big deal. And then 2 key, 80% attack and defense, and a high chance to perform a crit. What? I'm sorry? The only issue... Oh, I actually don't have this guy. I don't have orbs on this guy. Now that I think about it. Because the only thing I was going to say is, like, I feel bad for people that have, like, rainbowed this guy and presumably given him, like, crit. Like, if you gave him crit, at this point, it's a mistake. Like, dude, what were they thinking? Like, he has a 70% chance to stun. You give him 20 additional, and his chances of supering twice are good, because, like, my Blue Gogeta, who has 20 additional, my LR Trunks, who has 20 additional, they get additionals, like, pretty much almost every turn. So, a unit, like, he already has a 50% chance to crit from his passive, so you don't need to give him crit, like, in the potential system. You don't. So you just go full doubles. Like, I mean, and he's got defense, he gives himself ki, and then, but we're not done yet. Then his passive upgrades to 3 ki, 100% attack and defense, and a great chance to perform a crit when HP is under 49%. So I don't know what they were thinking with him. He is, I would say, by far the best Super Saiyan Goku in the game. Transforming Goku is good, but, like, he's all over the place. Like, I mean, the damage reduction can be useful, but, the fact that his links change, like, transforming Goku's best, I think, like, feat is the fact that he's on 500 category teams. But, like, this guy, I mean, he does a lot. They made him real good, so definitely keep an eye out for him. And then we got Vegeta's the last one, right? Okay, so now we got AGL Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. And, like, AGL Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta is pretty good, too. Like, this is good, because these are all super common units, right? I've been begging people, don't Baba units anymore, until you have them SA10 fully duped out. Because, you're going to think you're looking cool. Oh, I pulled this worthless Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, time to Baba him, so I could look cool and say that. Well, no, you don't want to do that anymore, because they are dropping EZAs for normal SSRs and turning them, like, these units are Dokkan Fest exclusive level. Like, that's easily, you could say that. A lot of these guys are crazy. Like, okay, so Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Leader skills AGL, tech, and physical ki 3, 80% of stats. That's good. He does supreme damage to enemy, and he raises attack and defense by 30% for 6 turns. Dude, that's humongous. 30% attack and defense, and you're going to be able to stack it 3 times. That's going to be a monster buff for him. Now, the only thing, I guess, is you're going to have to keep him on rotation, I guess, for him to really sustain that. But even if he's a floater at 6 turns, you can still stack that multiple times. So his defense is going to be at a good number. Then his passive, huge buff, because now he's just 90% attack and defense at the start of turn. And then he gets 15% defense with every attack received up to a max of 60%. So check it out. He gets hit 4 times, all right? And he gets that 60% defense onto his 90%. And then you could presumably stack this 3 times right here. Maybe 4 or even 5 if you get additionals. And then very quickly, this Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta is not going to be able to be hurt. Like, at all. So, he is on the Revived Warrior team. Okay. Not bad. So, Revived Warrior Super Battle Road, Buu Saga Super Battle Road. I mean, these two don't have Super Battle Roads yet, but, like, these units, like, all of them are really good for a lot of these Super Battle Roads. They're going to be very, very helpful. These EZAs are big. I mean, just going over the units right now, I want to say that the Super Saiyan Goku feels the most impressive to me. I mean, he has a 70% chance to stun and a 50% chance to crit. But we haven't even talked about anything else about his card. Like, every super attack, 70% chance to stun, 50% chance to crit. It's insane. Like, it's crazy. So, I would probably have Super Saiyan Goku as 1. Dude, I really like Skinny Buu. But he's limited to Buu arc enemies, right? So then maybe you could say Metal Cooler's there, but then, like, Skinny Buu is so good. I think INT Android 13 is crazy. Nova Shenron is a huge upgrade for a team that badly needed it. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta is going to be great defensively. Like, they really turned, like, a whole bunch of, like, normal banner units that are borderline worthless. You pull Nova Shenron, you were not happy. You pulled this Vegeta, you're not happy. This Android 13, you're not happy. Now, they're, like, top-tier units. Like, EZAs are just so insane. So, let me know what you guys think. This is definitely very exciting for Dokkan. Dokkan just said, whatever, here. Y'all want to beat some of these Super Battle Roads? Here you go. Here's just a truckload of units that are crazy. And apparently they all EZA from the same event, by the way. So this is one event, which I presume will give medals to awaken all of them. Looks like, I was thinking that STR Cell would probably get his EZA during this celebration. But looks like rather than STR Cell, they're just going to get, this is going to be the EZA for the celebration. But, I mean, we're talking 7 characters that are all really good now on a variety of different teams. Android, Artificial Life Form, Shadow Dragon Saga, Movie Hero, Goku Family, Vegeta Family, Pure Saiyans, Wicked Bloodline, Buu Arc, like just so many teams buffed by this in one fell swoop. There are so many new units coming. Because at the very least, we got Dokkan Fest Piccolo. There's a new Farmable Vegeta. I'm going to get to that in a video talking about all that other stuff. LR Prime Battle Cell, all these EZAs. There's just a lot coming. So, thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know what you think about these guys. Let me know which EZA is your favorite. Again, mine is probably Super Saiyan Goku. And I'll catch you guys next time.